They won't announce their betrayal. They'll greet you with warmth, offer a handshake, and wait patiently for a moment of weakness. The instant you seem exposed, they strike. In this world, how you are seen is more dangerous than what is true. You don't have to be shattered to be destroyed, just appear fragile. Machiavelli didn't survive by being invincible. He survived by projecting invulnerability. If you seek power, engrave this into your mind. Never reveal your wounds to predators. Even if you're falling apart, let them think you're ready for war. They don't come for the weak, they come for those who look weak. Machiavelli didn't caution you about enemies. He warned you about appearing harmless. To be beyond reach, you must first eliminate the image of fragility. The world doesn't respond to your pain, only to how you display it. You may be suffering internally, but if that suffering is visible, it becomes a target. As Machiavelli once said, everyone sees what you appear to be. Few understand what you truly are. That means image is everything. You must embody strength, even when you're barely holding on. Never display your battles to the public. Don't shed tears online. Don't vent to those who don't need to hear it. Endure quietly, because each time you expose a weakness, someone is silently observing, calculating. Speak less, observe more. The more you reveal, the more ammunition you provide. When they can't predict you, they fear your potential. Silence is a weapon. Machiavelli knew survival doesn't belong to the strongest, but to the most unreadable. Cut emotion from your strategies. Emotional decisions are easy to manipulate. They lead to recklessness, regret, and vulnerability. Replace "how do I feel" with "what outcome does this create?" Being good won't shield you. Being calculating will. Let go of the desire to be liked. Approval is a chain. It makes you easier to control. Machiavelli declared, "It is better to be feared than loved." If you can't have both, make them respect your presence, not crave your attention. When they fear letting you down, they obey. When they love you too much, they exploit you. Keep your distance from those who want unrestricted access. Access is power. The more people can reach you, the more they learn your patterns, your moods, your weaknesses. Guard yourself like a fortress. Be approachable, but remote. Be seen, but not touched. Let them witness your shadow more often than your form. The ones no one can touch become mythic. Vulnerability, real or not, is an invitation to be targeted. But if you shatter that illusion, if you become unreadable, an unpredictable force of nature, they will hesitate. And hesitation is all you need to win. Power isn't about truth, it's about perception. Machiavelli understood that people don't dig deeper. They believe what's visible, so control what they see. Your reality is secondary. What they perceive is what dictates how they treat you. Most people expose themselves. They overshare. They justify. They seek sympathy. That's weakness. You owe no one your truth. You owe yourself the advantage. Design your identity like armor. Be seen only as you choose. If you want respect, look composed and efficient. If you want fear, let silence hang like a loaded gun. Every gesture, every word must have meaning. Never offer more than necessary. Your strength lies in mystery. Once they think they know you, they will begin to test your boundaries, poke at your flaws, and try to decode your moves. Don't let them always remain partially unknown. Keep something hidden. Let them wonder what your next step is. Fear breeds in uncertainty. Machiavelli warned, people are controlled by appearances more than truth. Use that. If you're in turmoil, project calm. If you're uncertain, act with clarity. If you're plotting revenge, smile like a confidant. Master deception, not to cause harm, but to ensure no harm comes to you. In a world ruled by image, substance becomes irrelevant. You can be resilient and still be mocked if your image falters. Or you can be hollow and still command fear if your appearance is unshakable. The untouchable don't beg to be seen for who they are. They create a persona that no one dares to challenge. They construct a presence that reflects intimidation, not desperation. Your posture, your words, your energy, it must all be deliberate. There is no space for randomness now. Everything you do speaks for you. So make it speak with intention. Walk into a room like you're a consequence. Speak with weight. Be silent with menace. You're no longer just a person. You are a force. And forces are not questioned. They are obeyed. Image is either your weapon or your weakness. Own it and you stay untouched. Lose it and you become a target. So, build an identity fortified like a castle. Bury your weaknesses in silence. Hide your plans beneath confidence. Let the versions of you they encounter haunt them enough to never search for the real one. Loyalty is a noble word until you realize it's the tool for control. Machiavelli knew loyalty is rarely pure. It's rooted in benefit. The moment your usefulness fades, their loyalty vanishes. So stop thinking allegiance will shield you. It won't. Power will. Emotional attachments can be exploited. Strategic leverage keeps people aligned. If their respect is based on affection, they'll turn when the affection fades. But if they need you or fear crossing you, they'll remain loyal even if they despise you. That's the truth few will admit. Power is the real leash. Don't be misled by kind gestures or long friendships. Many are simply waiting for your fall. Stay 10 steps ahead. Stay in control of what others depend on. Become essential or become a threat. Be the hand that holds the rope, not the one hoping not to fall. Machiavelli didn't place faith in loyalty. He placed it in structure. Maintain the upper hand at all times. Let people feel close, but never make yourself dependent. If someone does you a favor, repay them with strength, not gratitude. Never grovel, never owe too much. Be able to walk away. The one who can walk away controls the room. Emotions weaken strategy. You can care, but don't let it guide your decisions. Be watchful. Your greatest danger isn't your enemies, it's those posing as allies, waiting for your guard to drop. The untouchable form alliances, not friendships. Even the strongest bonds can be snapped by envy, fear, or ambition. They don't promise forever. They believe in timing, leverage, and contingency plans, and that's why they don't lose. Blind loyalty is a trap. Let others promise eternal faithfulness. Smile, nod, and prepare for the moment they betray you. Because when that day comes, you won't panic. You won't plead. You'll already have their successor waiting. That is what it means to be untouchable, not counting on loyalty, but preparing for its absence. Hesitation is a luxury the powerful can't afford. Emotion is what your enemies want you to use. It clouds judgment. Machiavelli understood this before it was science. He didn't romanticize retaliation. He planned it. He struck only when it secured dominance. The untouchable don't react with rage. They strike with surgical focus, cold, controlled, calculated. Anger isn't a weapon, it's a liability. Channel it into preparation. Let betrayal sharpen your silence. Let it be the blueprint, not the wound. Never show them how much they hurt you. If they think they shook you, they've already won. But if they hit and you don't flinch, if you return fire with calm, they begin to question their power, and that question is your edge. Become the person who can smile while preparing to destroy, not out of malice, but out of necessity. Mercy is wasted on those who meant you harm. When you strike, do it so thoroughly there's no return. Half measures invite future threats. When the time comes, act. Don't warn. Don't hesitate. Remove the danger. Sever the tie. Burn the bridge. You don't need violence. Use psychological warfare, financial ruin, social isolation, destruction of their reputation. Make their downfall complete and irreversible. This isn't cruelty. It's survival. In this world, weakness is a blood trail. The untouchable don't play fair. They play to end the game. If they sabotage you, dismantle their ability to ever benefit. If they lie, expose them brutally. If they steal your moment, erase every gain they hoped for. This isn't pettiness. It's finality. Emotional people second-guess themselves. The untouchable do not. They know if a threat isn't neutralized, it returns stronger. So they eliminate options. As Machiavelli said, a leader must learn to be both beast and human. The beast strikes fearlessly, the human plots strategically. Together, they make the perfect weapon. Be that weapon. Calm, ruthless, exact. Never act out of impulse. Watch, think, execute. No emotion, no theatrics. Just consequences. The ones who play victim will try to guilt trip you. Don't fall for it. Guilt is bait. You owe no one an apology for protecting your position. If they regret their actions, let that regret rot in silence. Don't explain. Don't broadcast your plans. Strike in silence. Leave no trace. Let them wonder what happened. Let the aftermath be louder than your voice. The untouchable don't seek validation. They don't beg. They don't defend. They remove problems and keep moving. That's the difference between a strategist and someone ruled by emotion. You're not chasing revenge. You're pursuing control. Every move is part of the bigger game. And when your enemy lies broken, your name intact, your mind steady, you've won. And you did it without flinching, without giving them the satisfaction of seeing your crown tilt. To be untouchable, vanish in plain sight. True power is invisible. The most dangerous one in the room isn't loud, it's the one watching. Once they know you're in charge, they plot your removal. But if you lead from the shadows, they don't even know where to aim. Visibility draws envy. Attention invites betrayal. Influence without exposure is true power. Your strength shouldn't be obvious. It should be suspected, whispered about, never confirmed. The more people observe you, the more they prepare to strike. But if you're hidden, you're untargetable. Be the breeze that moves things, not the storm that announces itself. Control outcomes without needing recognition. Let others wear the titles. Let them collect praise. You own the results. That's how you remain undefeated, by being present and invisible at once. Influence without ownership. Guide without being attached. Let them feel in control while unknowingly serving your plan. That's not manipulation. That's mastery. Stop trying to prove anything. The most powerful actions are the ones no one sees. Your enemy can't block what they don't know is coming. When you're unpredictable, you're unstoppable. Use silence as a sword. Let mystery be your shield. The hidden hand shapes more than the visible one ever could. When people get too close, pull back. Visibility is vulnerability. Your patterns become clear. Your image becomes a bullseye. So fate detach, hide your truth, mask your intentions. When your enemies are guessing, they stumble. They waste time fighting shadows. While you stay still, cold, in command, the untouchable don't just win. They make others unravel, trying to figure out how. You're not here to dazzle. You're here to dominate. Let others chase attention. Let them burn in the spotlight. You stay beneath, building a throne no one sees coming. Forget the fame. Forget the applause. Let your face be unknown. Let your victories be attributed elsewhere. Just make sure the path is always one you paved. Be the master who never shows his full hand, the strategist who never reveals his end game. Appear soft when you're steel. Appear distant when you're deadly invested. Be underestimated until it's too late. That's how you rule. That's how you become untouchable.